Hey, this is Heather from the Renaissance English History Podcast, and this is your Tudor Minute for July 25th. Today, Mary Tudor married Philip of Spain. We talked about this last week. This wound up being a pretty sad marriage, and my heart truly goes out to Mary. She fancied him based on his portrait, while Philip, who is 10 years younger than Mary, saw it more as his duty. Both monarchs agreed that a prime goal was to bring England back into the fold of Catholicism. When they married, Mary was filled with hope and anticipation. At 37, she had now come into her own power after years of being called a bastard and having to watch her family fall apart, as she saw it at the hands of Protestantism. This is a description of the marriage from a contemporary chronicle. It's hopeful as well. First, the said church was richly hanged with cloth of gold, and in the midst of the church from the west door unto the rood was a scaffold erected of timber, at the end whereof was raised a mount, covered with all red say, and underneath the rood loft were erected two traverses, one for the queen on the right hand, and the other for the prince on the left, which places served very well for the purpose. The choir was also richly hanged with cloth of gold, and on each side of the altar were two rich traverses as aforesaid, for the Queen's Majesty and Prince. On Wednesday, the 25th of July, being St. James's Day, the Prince, richly apparelled in cloth of gold, embroidered with a great company of the nobles of Spain, in such sort as the like hath not been seen, proceeded to the church, and entered at the west door, and passed to his traverse all the way on foot, and to the church he had no sword borne before him. Then came the Queen's Majesty, accompanied with a great number of the nobility of the realm, the sword being borne before her by the Earl of Derby, and a great company of ladies and gentlewomen very richly apparelled. Her Majesty's train was borne up by the Marquess of Winchester, assisted by Sir John Gage, her Lord Chamberlain, and so she proceeded to the church. Then all the people gave a great shout, praying God to send them joy, and the ring being laid upon the book to be hallowed, the prince laid also upon said book handfuls of fine gold, which the Lady Margaret, seeing, opened the queen's purse, and the queen smilingly put up in the same purse. And when they had enclosed their hands, immediately the sword was advanced before the king by the Earl of Pembroke. This done, the trumpet sounded, and thus both returned hand in hand, the sword being borne before them, to their traverses in the choir, the queen going always on the right hand, and there remained until Mass was done. So, all in all, a promising wedding day today, July 25th. That's your Tudor Minute. Remember, you can dive deeper into life in 16th century England through the Renaissance English History Podcast at englandcast.com.